So you were all before. I guess
Not me.
I go into our intro. You were all going to take a short rest, which we thought catnap was going to give you a long rest.
Right, I forgot.
But
it does not.
catnap actually gives you a short rest in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, super short nap.
But only to 3 people, so one person still has to spend a whole hour or not rest at all.
Can we do 2 cat naps?
If I had more spell slots, we could.
Let's just pass the catnap.
Am I not vulnerable to fire?
No, that's too OP. I rebalanced my people.
I think I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case something happens.
So at least 3 people get theirs in.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to bring that up before we started, so I'm good to go. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our show, Growing Campaigns, a show where we fumble around with tabletop gaming remotely, try to figure out the best way to go about it, and share it with you along with our stories. Not only do we make you watch our technical difficulties, but we also bring you a new cocktail every month, and for its 3rd week, we have the Mountain Radu. It's green today, but it's just a normal citrus soda, just a different one. Doesn't matter. We prefer ski in ours anyways. It's a pretty simple drink, just citrus bitters, gin or vodka, and orange bitters, citrus soft drink. Anyways. If you would like to enjoy our cocktails while going through our Spooky Boy campaign, you can join us 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. If you'd like to see how any of our cocktails are made, you can check out our bartender channel. And if you are not available to watch our shows at 1 p.m., you could go to our website, details below, and check out our VODs. And with that out of the way, we could go ahead and head back into the story. So last we left off, our adventurers began their journey north towards Mount Baratok, where they plan to search for a mad mage they've heard about a few times now. They spent about 30 minutes heading through the thick fog, the harsh rains, when they came upon a group of bandits. Confidently, Gudrun tried to just blow right past them. The large man that confronted them was not too pleased with this. Quickly followed up by the disrespect of Buyo, resulted in a bolt in Gudrun's chest. The result of the disrespect turned into what surprised our adventurers to be a fair fight. So, exhausted from the battle, we last left our UpDawgs looking for a place to rest and regain some strength.
UpDawgs, who needs most to rest? I recognize Helena. Gudrun, you need some health. I need some health. I need a lot of health. Helena could use health and other things from a short rest. Adonis, how are you doing?
I'm half good.
Feeling a little hurt, but okay. Would a short rest benefit you in any other way other than regaining some strength?
Some strength, and I feel less fatigued magically. I'm trying to figure out how much, but I don't know.
Oh no.
Trying to look through my nose.
Are you talking about arcane recovery?
Yeah, I use a 3rd level, I know. But yeah.
Oh.
No, I did a
Keep
third
it-
and a first. So yeah, I'd gain a third back, and half my health. I'm just gonna.
I think we all would benefit from a short rest. That way, if there's any other people walking around on the path that we want to pick a fight with, we'll be ready.
Gudrun started it. He set the tone.
My bad.
Let's just, maybe save the killing for people that need killed.
Fair.
I didn't believe that it would escalate to that. I didn't think they were highway robbers. I thought they were trying to extort us. But it's in the past, I guess.
Well, at least you got to suck. That's all that matters.
I give Helen a really, really awkward wink.
I feel it. I feel it. So let's just, let's maybe find a clearing off the side of the path or something. That way we can get a drop on innocent people while we're resting. For maybe an hour.
Maybe an hour.
Yeah,
We'll,
like they
we'll
did
try
in
to
catch my
Virtutes.
breath.
for an hour.
What's with all this passive aggressiveness about us starting things and?
Oh,
killing
nothing,
Just stopped anytime. Could have ran away anytime.
You're right.
I know.
This can be the last one of us in the end of all this. I can just tell.
So you all just begin to find a little bit of a clearing in the dense woods off the side of the path. The fog is still just terrible to navigate through, and I guess being cautious and not going too deep into the woods, you find an adequate place to sit down in the mud and rest. Is there anything you would like to... Well, Buyo, you're gonna cast Catnap, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on myself, and it's gonna be up to the dice because I can't choose, and I'm not going to. I don't think Buyo would care. It's gonna be Adonis is getting it, and Helena's getting it.
Yeah, this is where I die.
Well, this is just a quick
Just-
recovery. We're still going for the
I
true
see.
short rest.
I see. If we don't make it.
Yeah, so 3 of them will have a short rest in 10 minutes, and you just have to wait the hour.
Gotcha.
We'll watch you while you rest.
Well, so, yeah, is there anything anything else you would like to do in your hour of downtime?
Definitely playing Song of Rest also, which is an extra D6 for everyone.
Ooh.
So Buyo
For
pulls out.
when you're taking when you're using hit dice.
Each time, each hit dice.
No, just once.
Well,
So-
I have 22 points of damage. Let's erase it.
Buyo pulls out his fiddle. He starts just playing a calming tune while you all rest. And shortly after, short 10 minutes, 3 of you go ahead and use whatever hit dice you'd like to use.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All ones.
That's it. Oh my god. Yep. I'm using 4 of my hit dice plus my bonus, but 2 of the hit dice and the bonus were 1.
Wow.
Dang.
This is pretty incredible.
That is
Sorry, how much is the bonus?
a d6.
Okay. Well, I got a 6 on the.
I'm gonna go ahead and use all 5.
Oh god. Oh my god.
I need it. I need to.
No, I'm looking at your picture and it hits me that much harder.
Okay, thank goodness. I'm doing all right now.
I'm holding mine. I'm hoping I get to use it.
Well, so the 10 minutes pass, 20, 30. You all just listen to the rhythmic pattern of the rain just strike the puddles of the earth, the muddy earth.
Making up a song about the pitter patter of the rain.
All right, so the hour passes. Go ahead, Gudrun.
Okay.
I got 20 HP back, by the way.
Okay.
With 4 dice.
I was just leaving a window to roleplay if you wanted.
No.
That's all
I
I,
got
was
one on
doing.
one of mine too. Well, I'm right with you, Seth. I'm using all of mine too, I guess.
Did anyone not use all of them?
I have 1 left.
Still not at full health. Whatever. Alright, mine are gone. That sucks. Such are the ways of Barovia.
Are you
Just
all?
in case I get to take an hour later to lay down in some mud.
Are you all good, Adonis?
Yeah. I rolled 1 hit die and got a 6, and I rolled the bonus and got a 6. So
It's pretty good.
Stick with the 1 hit die. So I'll have 2 less than full, or I can just roll another. You know what? Just roll another. Why not? Just to get the full. So
Hey, 2 HP is like 10% of your health.
it's a big deal. I don't know. Gudrun is healing people with temporary hit points for like 3, so everything counts.
It all counts.
I
It
think
does.
that's what saved me from insta-death. Well, not really insta-death, but it
And
could have been.
I decided that pretty late. I was like, you know what? Like the day I'm like, I'm gonna since we're resting, let's change. Rather than me doing fire damage and causing the opposite.
So the hour passes, you all start to feel some of your strength come back to you, feeling a lot better, a little more confident than you were before, and a little less comfortable as the rain just continues to soak each and every one of you. But back to the old, oh no, it's not the old Svalage Road. Back to the trail north, the north trail.
Bear Talk Road.
Can I have a marching order?
Last.
How brave.
I'll still step up.
I'll go.
You wait until we get ambushed from the back.
I can still see better. That's fine.
Okay, so we have Gudrun, Buyo, Adonis, 10 feet, Helena.
Perfect.
I'll have my owl fill in that space.
Okay.
I want to be 10 feet back from the owl then too.
I'm gonna tell.
You'll be walking in the fog.
Which is getting closer and closer to Helena.
Oh no. Just kidding.
That's right.
I need to be able to see Adonis.
Guys, what do you think we'll find with this crazy wizard we're looking after? Another piece to the puzzle? A clue to how to defeat Strahd or even get to him?
I hope we gain some clues as to why we're here.
Well,
What about? I hope he's an ally. I mean,
probably
I
find
know
a wizard.
we've heard crazy stories, or that he's crazy. But everyone around here seems to be a little bit crazy.
we're probably not that great ourselves.
We all have our flaws. I shout from 50 feet back.
50.
I hope to gain some insight as to the forces that brought us here, be it Strahd and how he did it, and why. Why are we actually here?
Yeah. Why is a big question that I've been wondering about too. There's got to be some purpose, right?
You would think.
Or it's just some big old game that gods play.
Maybe the wizard could send us back.
Maybe he could. That'd be exciting.
Hopefully he lives in an Emerald City.
Why would he?
Whatever do you speak of? The city of emeralds.
Is he a big head?
There's this book I read as a kid. It was,
Ha! Nerd.
No. Oh, fuck.
Aren't you still a kid? Adonis?
Am I still what?
A
We're all
kid.
still kids, remember? Old man. Old man!
Joyfully smacks on the back.
Oh, and then tumble forward a little bit.
Which is awkward because Gudrun's actually in front of
In
you.
front of you.
I know, he's
So he reaches around, smacks you on the back. You like
his arms are long enough.
you fall back into his you fall forward into his hamstrings.
Watch it, Gudrun. Watch the mask. It's
Oh, my apologies.
my fashion statement of the millennia.
Why do you wear that? The mask.
You know, it's really a choice at this point. Nobody. I mean, back in. Oh God.
Clegoterra, Mons
Clegoterra.
Tarsley.
Clegoterra.
I was thinking of Clegoterra. Back in Clegoterra, it means a little bit more. Barovia, nobody seems to know anything about it, but I'm kind of a big deal. I'm a hero of sorts, saved towns, and helped kidnap children, and not helped to kidnap children, helped to find and rescue kidnapped children.
Somehow that sounded more believable before you corrected it.
Hey, Helena, why don't you come up here to say that to my face instead of shouting it from way back there?
No!
No, but it's just the way people recognize me.
I see. A bit of an alias.
Mm-hmm. Like to keep anybody who would know me from my past, keep them not in the know.
I see.
We're kind of recluses though, so I don't. You wouldn't know of really any folk tale or hero.
Like the rest of us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. I believe you.
Yeah, you wouldn't know any better one way or the other. You're all just kind of recluses. But you continue your small talk and paying attention to the road. Gudrun, Buyo, will you make a perception check?
Oh, I'd love to.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, all I see is fog.
That's absolutely all I see is I don't have a shadow and there's fog in front of my.
You would need sunlight to even have a shadow, so it's just a double.
Well, it's a
Bad luck.
5 either way. I can't tell the difference if there's sun or not.
It's gonna be an 8.
Reason why.
A 5 and an 8, perfect. I forgot to mention. So all of those, for my record keeping, all those gems and stuff I gave each of you individually.
Mm-hmm.
We just put mark it with bandits or like Zarovich, one of the two, later at some point.
Oh, I forgot to write that down. Shoot.
If three people wrote down how many gems they had, I could tell you how many you have.
I have 4 gems.
Why wouldn't I write that down?
Because you don't like treasure.
Did you
We
write?
all said we got 5, you got 2.
Did you write down the scimitars?
I did.
Scimitars.
But those are weapons.
Hey Ben, Adonis. Sorry.
What?
How many gems did you loot last time?
The gem total is as follows. So they're on each, and then 5 on the one on tip, which is the one searched.
Gudrun searched.
Gudrun.
Yeah. Okay. Gudrun, you have 5 gems. Everyone else has 4.
Why did I get 5?
Because one of them had 5 gems, and you picked the right one.
Okay.
So yeah, just mark those gems down as like Zarovich or bandits or something, just for record keeping.
Yeah, the one that I looked, you said 2 white, 1 purple topaz, 1 opal, and then you gave Gudrun extra. because he was mad about scimitars. But
Then I got him.
It wasn't because he was mad.
I know, it was just like, he was over here
Luck of
upset,
the
and then
draw.
like another Jim shows up, huh?
I can give them back. They're too big anyways.
Okay, anyways. Sorry, I meant to ask that before we started, or ask that you did that before we started, but I forgot. So, before I forgot again, brought it up. So, anyways, you all continue your small talk and just traveling, paying attention. Gudra and Buyo very distracted by the just constant rain, the thunder crashing overhead constantly.
I'm talking about our past.
And talking about your past. An additional 30 minutes pass from the original 30 when you find yourself at an opening. When you walk through the opening, it reveals, at the foot of a mountain, nestled in the misty forest, a lake of impressive size. Even with the storm raging around you, the water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds above like a monstrous mirror. In the clearing, the fog has actually let up a bit. You can see more of the shoreline at about 100 feet to the east. Pulled up to the shore are 3 small rowboats. A 4th boat is floating off in the middle of the lake, several hundred feet out there, with what looks to be a humanoid of normal size holding a fishing pole, just floating in the middle of the lake.
Guys, that is a lake of impressive size.
Biggest lake I've seen today.
Yeah, indeed. I haven't seen many lakes at all in my day.
You know, I haven't thought about it. I might have. You know, I'm going to say that, yeah, I've seen a lot of lakes. I come from a place where there's lots of lakes. Write that down real quick.
Yeah, what kind of lakes are they? Are they like fishing lakes? Are they?
You're actually oceanside, Adonis, but you know.
It's the biggest lake you would ever have seen.
It's a salty lake.
It's the saltiest, biggest lake.
It sounds like a good
boats
time.
in it. Oh yeah, I love port cities to lakes.
Are we right next to the edge of the water?
Yeah, you're like 60 feet from the clearing, the woods. The path opens up. It's like I said, a large clearing. 100 feet to the east on the actual shoreline is the 3 rowboats, and then about 60 feet north of you is what you assume to be Lake Zarovich.
About how far from the shore of the lake to the lone fisherman would that be?
Several hundred feet.
Several hundred. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna approach the edge of the water, and I'm gonna put my hands like this as if it will help project better, and I'm gonna yell, "How they biting out there?"
You can.
It was perfect.
Water.
I know.
You hear your voice echo a few times as you just yell out into the vast space in front of you, and there's no reply.
I'm gonna pick up. Is there a pebble or rock near me?
It's a very like dirty, just rocky shore. So there's rocks everywhere.
I'd like
Wait,
to pick
Gudrun,
up a
don't throw it
medium-sized
yet.
rock. Okay.
I touch the rock he picks up, and I cast light on it.
All right. I'm gonna take the rock.
Don't
and
throw
I'm
the
just
rock
gonna-
yet.
Okay. Okay.
I touch the rock and I use magic stone.
What does that do?
It just makes it magical.
Damn it.
You add 1d6 to the damage.
I'm not trying to hit the guy, but I'm gonna throw it.
Wait, Gudra, don't throw that rock yet.
Okay.
See everybody else touching the rock. I want to just touch the rock.
All right, everybody touch the rock. It's like in that movie Space Jam. They get their
I'll
powers back.
blow on them.
And then
Are we the
I
Monstars?
chuck the rock into the lake. Pretty far, but not far enough to hit him, just to get his attention.
You watch, and you all just kind of lose the rock in the backdrop of the gray skies, and then all of a sudden hear off in the far distance a boop, and the illuminated rock hits the just the top of the water, and you only see it float for maybe a foot before it disappears in the dark mirror lake water in front of you.
How far did he throw it?
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Just a d20.
4.
Roll the d6 for damage, though.
4, about 150 feet.
With 2 damage to the water.
Nice. Don't pulse my spellcast.
DM, does that break the surface tension?
Just barely.
Just barely.
Embarrassing that
To which I cut
The
my
water's
hands
floating.
again and yell, "Hey! I said, how they biting out there?"
And you all listen to the Gudrun's deep voice echo in the vast space in front of you. 2 minutes pass, and there's still no reply.
I wouldn't wait
So-
2 minutes.
So
Perhaps my voice is too low. Adonis, why don't you try to call out to him?
Let's. Don, go ahead.
okay, so we're gonna. So something's on the other side of the lake, or is it like directly? Like, are we in the the widest part of the lake, or where did we come out to? I guess I didn't listen well or retain. I was
So
having
the-
some audio issues.
You walked out of the clearing, and you can see 100 feet to the east and west of the shoreline, and it is not the edge of the lake yet.
Okay.
100 feet to the east are 3 rowboats, and several hundred feet out in the center of the lake is one man in a rowboat fishing.
Well, so I see it this way. There's 3 boats and 4 of us.
Oh no.
Don't share with
boat.
us.
It's
I
kind
can
of
do
right
it.
there. We have
guys-
to go out there.
You guys take the boat. I can, crocodile my
swim.
way.
Each
Swim like a crocodile?
Yeah.
Bet.
Maybe not exactly like a crocodile, but
Swim with a crocodile.
I'll swim with a crocodile.
What did you say, with or as? Hell no.
I'm swimming as one.
That's right. I forget. How did I forget that? I guess that was
I was a
long.
crocodile in a bar.
I don't
Yeah, you were.
I couldn't remember if
What
Booyah
the
was there for
conversation
that.
be?
I think
I was.
I think you were too.
I mean, if you guys are down for some boating, I'm down to swim.
Are they?
Don't you take this from-
They're small rowboats, but could they only hold one?
Would you like to
I go
walk
up
up?
and look. I'll go and walking over and looking at the rowboats.
You walk over and you investigate the rowboats. You flip one over and look, and there's actually 4 seats that would fit 4 normal-sized people. Gudrun being the exception to that rule. So you could fit 4 people in one rowboat. 3 if one is Gudrun-sized.
Are they tied down in any significant way, or are they just kind of there?
They all have like a stake 10 feet from them, pushed in the ground with rope wrapped around them, but
And there's no like shed nearby or settlement or of any sort.
Make a perception check.
That's 7.
You look around, you look into the dense evergreen forest that surrounds the lake. Try to look past the fog that enshrouds most of the surrounding environment. Just 3 rowboats and 3 of your friends.
Well, I think we could probably take these to go out and see if we want to see who this gentleman fishing is. We probably don't even have to bother him. Just
We
go
have to cross the
closer.
lake anyway.
We could go around it.
That takes time.
Probably takes the same amount of time. It's a lot less stressful and strenuous too if we just walked around. I mean, I'm fine either way.
Actually, Erwin told you if you could get a rowboat to take it because the way around is dangerous and difficult.
Luckily, I remembered that we should take the rowboats.
Well, I am gonna go ahead and take the one stake out of the ground. Like, let's get this moving, and I just. I'm gonna get a rowboat ready.
So is it going to be the three of us and Helena as a crocodile?
No, I'm a actually get in a rowboat.
Is that 2 and 2?
I'll take my own rowboat. I have a feeling no one wants to be in my rowboat.
I'll be in your rowboat.
Join me.
Oh.
Oh, no, I have too many options. I want to get in Gudrun's.
Donis looks like it's just you and me again.
Can Buyo please be the one rowing?
Well, this makes
I'm
sense.
probably.
Two casters.
If something happens, yeah.
He's definitely got a little bit more range than I do, so I'd be comfortable.
I will also.
So you have your... you set up 2 rowboats and you prepare to take off. If I could, who is rowing and who is looking out in both?
I'm a rower.
I'm
a rower.
I'm standing up, got my foot up there. You know, Captain Morgan, this situation. I'm looking out.
Adonis, you want to message that guy as we're getting a little closer, see if you can get some contact?
As soon as he's close enough.
If he's only if he's
60 feet.
It's 120.
Oh,
but
yeah. Oh golly.
If you can see him.
Oh my gosh, my God.
But if we're not bothering him, I guess we don't need to bother him.
Yeah, I don't want to scare him by, getting in his head.
Yeah, I was
fair.
gonna say. Is this maybe the?
And we are looking for a wizard. He's probably.
Yeah, but if he's not the wizard, then
Yeah, better safe than sorry, I guess. You're right.
You shouldn't assume people's magical abilities. It's wrong.
I don't remember who told us that there's a drunk dude that fishes.
We live in a more enlightened age than this to assume everybody has magical properties.
Right. I mean, not everyone can be as cool as me.
So, Buyo, Gudrun, Buyo, you're having kind of a tough time keeping up with Gudrun's strokes.
Yeah, his are a lot longer.
But you're trying. You're a little red in the face, but you're doing an admirable job. Just shortly behind Gudrun, who's just having no problem at all moving him and Helena across this just dark, reflecting water. As you approach the lone floating boat, probably about 200 feet at this point, you can confirm that there is only one person in the boat. He's a ragged, beat-down man.
That's our wizard.
As you continue to get a little closer, further examination shows that he's an older gentleman, completely bald except these random stringy tendrils of just very long, thin, dirty, black strands of hair. Watching him, you see him slowly pull in his fishing line with nothing on the end of it. As he lays down the fishing pole, you see him messing with something in the boat, but you can't quite see what. A few moments pass as you continue to stride towards him, and you see him...
Adonis, can you see what he's rummaging with Weird Al? Is he reaching for a wand or something dangerous?
Well, as you
Weird
look, Weird Al starts flying over, but you all see him roll something into the lake.
Drugs.
Adonis,
Something into the lake.
Helena, go ahead and make perception checks as he drops something into the lake.
Dude,
I hope Adonis does well.
Well, it's okay. It's 15.
Oh, it's better than mine. I got a 10.
Helena, you see that he has rolled a brown burlap sack into the lake. Adonis, additionally, you could tell that the sack was completely full, and the contents could weigh as much as about 50 pounds.
Damn.
It's like a booyo.
Or a child.
So
Bag of puppies.
So the bag crashes into the lake. You're now about 80 feet from him as you watch this bag crash into the lake, striding full speed towards his rowboat currently. He doesn't seem to pay any attention to any of you coming closer, and shortly after the burlap sack crashes into the lake, he calmly readjusts his rig and throws his fishing line back into the water, right over where he dropped the burlap sack, and patiently waits.
Helena, or would I know this? That they saw that, the burlap sack?
Gudrun,
Yeah.
he dropped a burlap sack.
Helena, should you go in after it? Just do not be tempted by the bait of his hook.
Oh, that sounds scary.
You must not bite.
What if
He is
the bag
fishing.
was bait?
Ah, well, eat it. I don't know.
Oh, I like your thinking.
Now, why don't we just... Are we close enough to be able to talk to each other still? Probably, right?
Yeah,
Relatively.
you're probably 10, 20 feet from each other, and
No, we have to do it like this. Booyo, you dropped the bag. It was full.
now about 60 feet from this gentleman. Only a few seconds pass since the bag has been dropped into the lake.
All right, I cast message. What was in the bag?
What's in the bag, you
That's
old little
crazy.
You old little bitch.
What was in the bag?
This just this dirty, just hardly put together old man just continues staring at the ripples that the string in the water is creating from his fishing line.
He must be deaf.
Booyo, he's crazy.
He's crazy. Uh-oh. Well, what was in the bag? Did you find out?
No, I tried to ask him what was in the bag through message. I was really creepy, too. And he didn't answer.
Well, maybe it was because you were really creepy about it. Maybe.
Yeah, but he wasn't even startled.
Well, that just means he's a wizard, right?
I mean, that's one conclusion.
Or he's just
I
not.
guess.
He wants to ignore you.
Why would anyone want to do that?
It's gonna be like, look at you. You're a mess, Adonis.
So you were all still
Did you
rapidly.
say that, or did you look at me like that?
Helena, perhaps you
Probably.
can turn into a crocodile.
I said it and looked
pretend
it.
to attack him, and then we can save him from you. Then he will be in our debt.
What are you gonna do to me, Gudrun?
I will simply fake stabbing you with my javelin.
I don't like that plan either, Gudrun.
It will be fake, though. Trust me.
Fake stab.
So you were all
He's gonna
rapid.
shout out, "Oh there!
As I continue,
Catch any big fish lately?"
You yell out to this man who's just staring in a trance at the end of his fishing rod. He does not reply, and you are all rapidly approaching his rowboat as quite a bit of time has now elapsed since dumping over the sack.
Oh, we saw you drop something in the water. Should we be worried about it?
You know, I could just go get it.
I don't know. I don't think any of us should be getting in that water right now. Something's telling me.
But,
I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you.
I want to use my magic.
Oh, use your magic then. If you're not jumping in, go for it.
I like using magic.
I thought you were gonna jump in.
Yeah, with magic. But
All right, Adonis.
I'm gonna with that. I will cast Alter Self. Let's see, how should it's verbal semantic. How should I just start waving in the air and then Lieutenant Dan, and then I jump in.
At this point, without halting very much, you're all now just about to crash into the side of this man's boat.
I'm not trying to run into him.
Helena and Gudrun's boat is far enough onto the side. You still have enough time to steer out of the way, but you're getting very close to crashing in. Adonis,
Yeah, I'll steer.
now
I'm
with
steering.
gills, crashes into head first into the icy lake, and the temperature takes you by surprise as you find yourself completely immersed. You frantically look around for the sinking burlap sack, and you
Did it
notice
catch him by surprise that it was really nice and warm, or that it was frigid cold?
the icy lake water took him by surprise.
Icy water. I missed that. I'm sorry.
So the burlap sack is rapidly descending, heading towards the floor of this surprisingly deep lake. You can, even with your gills, barely maintain your breath originally from the shock of the cold water, but you gather yourself and thrust yourself towards the sinking objective.
When you grab an old guy's sack.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
13.
You push yourself, and after the time elapsed, the sack is very deep into the water. You continue to just push, and after a few moments, you're able to reach the sack just before hitting the bottom of this vast lake. You grab the heavy burlap sack with one hand. You close your eyes and grit your teeth, and you use all of your remaining strength to take it and yourself up to the surface of the water, where you feel relief. You emerge and you throw the sack onto the rowboat with Buyo, who's now...
Yeah, I'll go ahead and unravel it in front of him.
Yeah, open it up. I'm really curious.
So you throw it over. He's slightly past the man now. Helena and Gudrun sitting in front of him, so you're kind of surrounding him at this point, or flanking him.
I'm actually keeping an eye on the old man at this point.
Who has not looked away from the end of his rod. Adonis, you jump into the rowboat and you begin to untie the burlap sack, and you reveal its contents. As you pull the sack away, you reveal an alabaster white skinned girl with raven black hair.
What?
She looks to be about 7 years old, and she looks up at you with pale green eyes as she's about to say something, and she begins spitting up water uncontrollably. As she finishes, she looks at you and has seemed to have lost consciousness.
Oh my god. Can I just shoot a freaking sack with a kid? Oh my god. Kill him.
Helena, could you, oh god. No, I faint.
Do you help? Booyah, what's going on over there? Adonis, Booyah, what's going on? Do you need help?
It seems Buyo has also fainted at the sight of a revealed 7.
God, or else I would have.
Now, so Buyo, we're gonna shout at this old man. What are you doing out here? Who is this little girl?
And the man just continues to stare at the end of his fishing rod.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on him.
As you reach into the surface of this man's head, you hear him think to himself, "This has got to be it. I'm going to catch a fish today. This has got to be it. I'm going to catch a fish today."
We're going deeper.
You push further, and he is just repeatedly saying this to himself, and he has no other focus at this time.
Almost
like he's in his
under a
own
spell,
little.
possibly.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. It's okay. 15.
He's not under any spell that you would know, so you feel confident that he's just
bonkers
in his own trance, hoping to catch a fish. And his state is definitely altered. Dude's hammered.
He's got to. Okay. I mean, he's got to make a wisdom saving throw too. As I'm probing deeper.
It doesn't matter.
For you, doesn't matter. Okay.
No. He has no guard up. He's none the wiser. Dude is just drunk and hoping he catches one single fish.
All right. Well, my anger subsides a little bit. This guy, he's clearly out of his mind. All he's trying to do is catch a fish. At this moment, I mean, he's also wasted pretty clearly.
Buyo, is Adonis okay?
Adonis, are you all right? Smack him in the face a little bit. Adonis.
Oh yeah, what was he doing? All right, I fainted. I didn't know Buyo's audio wasn't gonna work. So
you're laying, you're just like laying on your back, and you look to your side, and you're right next to this small, 50-pound at most child, and are reminded why you just fainted.
Oh, and then I try to stabilize her because I didn't call for Helen not to help. Please.
Make a medicine check.
17.
She is already stable, actually. She is breathing and has a rapid but reliable pulse.
Oh.
She alright, Adonis?
Yeah, but I feel like I should kill this old man.
Gudrun, I wonder what they're doing.
I don't know if we need to. I probed his mind a little bit, and we
dropping kids in.
We can search his boat, or you could look at it with Weird Al, probably, right? Make sure he doesn't have any more children in there in sacks.
You just push him in the water in a sack.
I feel like
I think you're rubbing off on me.
I don't know. Something's telling me we can just ignore this man. But
okay, well, how close are we to that boat? Can I actually look in it instead of?
Yeah, you're both like just floating about 15, 20 feet away.
Got anything else in there?
I'll creep a little bit closer.
He's got 2 large water skins and a very small box, like maybe a foot long, 6 inches wide.
I don't think that's water in those water skins.
Leo, how small are halfling children?
They're about half the size of normal children.
That means...
They could fit in that box.
What does that mean?
I don't think they could fit in the box, but what are you thinking?
I don't know. This guy seems like a... Where does he get kids to throw into rivers?
Can we see into the boat?
Ponds?
You can see their boat, yeah.
Like,
we know there was a
the kid?
You can't see into their boat, no.
Oh, man.
Adonis, you take the oars and start rowing towards him. I will grab the box.
Wait, you say rowing towards what?
His boat.
Okay.
Because I think I've got a little bit of...
Okay, now I'll start rowing closer.
I like that they're just trying to mimic us. I'm going, yeah. I'm moving towards the boat.
All right.
Let's see. You both row in, and you just kind of collide with the side of his boat, each kind of jostling him around, and even with the...
Careful of his line. Don't hit his line.
He is still just staring at the end of his pole that's in the water, with his line in the water.
Yeah, I'm taking the box stealthily, trying to take it stealthily.
Make an acrobatics check trying to reach it from one rowboat to the other.
Okay. 6.
You reach in and you grab it, but when you reach out, you just naturally push your boat away, and just like your short reach causes enough separation where you go head first into the water, still holding onto the tackle. You're now like reaching it above your head, trying to keep your head above water with your other arm, just wading in this water, frantically thrashing.
I didn't fall into his other boat. His boat.
They kind of pushed away, and you fell into the icy water.
Reach out with my oar.
I grab his oar.
Gudrun, what the hell are they doing?
Bro, they're straight bucket around.
Adonis, easily enough,
It's cold.
you're able to pull Buyo. You are just like out of breath. The icy water just took all of the air from your lungs. But you are now, I won't say comfortably, but you are in the rowboat with Adonis, box in hand.
Dry him up.
Oh, let's get out of here, Adonis.
I'm gonna dry up Buyo with some magic. Prestidigitation.
And it helps. It gets away all of the extremely cold water from him, replaced by the slightly less cold rain almost immediately. But it does help.
You're less dirty now. I don't know if it actually makes you less wet. I'm not sure how it works.
It worked this time.
It does stuff. And you know what? That's a stuff.
Do you need me to start a bonfire in your boat?
No.
I don't care if you do one in his, to be honest.
Oh.
So the sack was a child. He threw a child in the. We're just talking over this guy.
You're
He threw a
literally,
child.
you're just literally shouting back and forth, and he's just staring.
Really?
A child? The baby.
Hold it up!
It's no baby, Gudrun.
I'm not gonna hold up the child.
Do you believe them, Gudrun? I don't know if I believe them.
Oh, at this point, you guys are only 10 feet away. You can see this small, just like this drenched, just pitch black hair, just matted against the floor of the rowboat.
Can I
I
reach
guess
the
I
guy
should
with
try
my
to
oar?
clean her up too.
Yeah, you're only 5 feet away from him.
I'm gonna smack him right in the jaw, just like.
Adonis, get out of here. Go. Start rowing.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Row it.
Or just a straight roll.
Yeah.
ahead.
Plus your
And
strength
am I proficient
modifier.
with the oar?
No, but you can add your strength modifier to the
17.
attack roll.
17.
Well, it hits. So what is your strength modifier?
3.
So we'll say you do 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you just whack this guy across the face. And for the first time, he looks away from his fishing pole and he's now looking at you horrified.
Go, Adonis. Go. Get out of here.
How long does detect thoughts last?
A minute. It's long gone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start rowing away.
Good hit, Gudrun.
So the man just like kind of stumbles, his torso falling like mostly over the side of his rowboat. He has to like grab the other side to try to keep himself from falling in, and he looks around just like kind of bewildered for a moment, sees both of you rowing away, takes one of the water skins from the bottom of his boat, just takes a long 3, 4, 5 second swig, sets it down, readjusts himself in the seat of his rowboat, and continues to watch the end of his rod.
I'm just gonna flip him off as I like take a few rows and then just like.
I'm gonna use shape water and freeze his line. Well, I'm gonna freeze a 5-foot cube around his line.
What is the distance on that?
I think it's 60 feet.
Okay. So you're actually able to hold this 5-foot cube
30 feet, sorry.
for the first 30 feet. And then all of a sudden, because a 5-foot cube of ice is no light thing. So as soon as you break that 30 feet range, you just see him fall face forward into the boat, losing the grip of his fishing pole as it sinks to the bottom of the lake.
That still is a block of ice.
We got him good, Gudrun. We got him.
High five.
Again, for the second time only, you see him look around. Look at his empty hands as you row away. And he grabs one of the oars and just starts making his way back towards the south shore where you guys originally came.
What a jerk. Any luck with that kid over there?
I'm gonna... Adonis is rowing. Little child, wake up. Are you alright? I'm gonna shake her by the shoulders a little bit.
You shake her...
Do I recognize... There's no way I would recognize her, right?
No, you've never seen this girl.
Okay.
So you begin to give her a light shake, and still breathing. She hasn't come to consciousness yet. Like her eyes kind of like open and close, like she's trying, but can't seem to keep herself awake. And as you all continue to row towards the other end of the lake, you can now see the shore, and we're going to take a quick break.
She saw seashells by the seashore.
You know she does. What a terrible guy. Freaking.
I'm glad Gudrun slapped him.
That makes
Good
me
enough
like
for me to
mad.
slap him too.
It make Gudrun mad and me mad.
We can go kill him next time.
I saw season 11 once.
Surprises since I found out The Walking Dead's still going, and I was like, really? Like 6 years ago, I thought that ended. And
Is it really still going?
I think so.
We can start, guys, if we want.
And everyone who's watching is like, I don't know, I watch it, but it's not what it used to be. It's like, what are you doing? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, we just saved a girl.
Maybe.
What?
So, welcome back. Poor Ben has to now listen to, like 10 minutes of us being animals to find what to cut out.
Oh no, it's all going. I'm just kidding.
Anyways,
You're not gonna know until later.
so you all are rowing towards now the North Shore. Getting pretty close, you can see where the actual shore is. Buyo is kind of lightly trying to shake awake this very young girl, and the bow of your rowboats skid across the rocky dirt shores on the other side of Lake Zarovich. Here you see the trees are beginning their steady climb up the slopes of Mount Baratok. It's a monolithic presence that is oppressive at any distance. The ground here is rocky and uneven, and it looks tiring to navigate. You get the hunch that even the wolves around avoid this neck of the woods. Sorry.
Thank God.
The sudden
I take offense to that.
The sudden collision with the gentle shaking of Buyo causes the young lady to stir in her unconsciousness. Her pale green eyes open. She sits up and her eyes dart around to each one of you. And then all of a sudden she like jolts up and puts her back against one side of the rowboat, trying to distance herself as far away from Buyo and Adonis as she can. Who are you? Where are you taking me?
Shh. My friend here, he grabbed you out of the bottom of the lake.
Hi.
You were thrown overboard.
The bottom of the lake? What is the meaning of this? I demand you take me to my father.
Who is your father? And why don't you remember? Do you remember being thrown into a sack? Put in a rowboat and then thrown over a lake?
I remember being grabbed. The rest of the details are fuzzy. It doesn't matter. As I mentioned, I demand to be taken to my father. He will be most grateful, and I'm certain he will reward you for returning me. This is like a 7-year-old girl who's speaking to you like a mature adult, and she's not
They should
a
be
halfling.
taking Wizard Tower. But I think we're gonna.
Well, who's your dad?
Who's your dad?
Who's your daddy?
No, just who's your dad? Who's your father?
My father's name is Lavash, and he is in a camp outside of Valakai.
What is your name?
Arabelle.
Is that spelled with an E or an A?
Arabelle.
Lavash, L-A-V.
Luvush.
No.
Luvash.
Or ASH. Sorry,
Luvash.
Luvash. Lavash, depending your accent.
Depending on how north you are.
Yeah.
You mentioned your father was a king?
What?
What did you say?
He's in a camp.
Is a camp. Oh. I misheard.
King.
That's out of
Pretty
Malachi.
bad.
I think Booyah was wringing his hands for a minute.
A king, you say? The Tyrion prince, maybe?
Does he hold the keys to the kingdom?
Just what I'm after. Yes.
I am already growing quite impatient with this arrangement.
Well, you can take
Hold
yourself
on
back to your dad if you're going to be like that.
You can hold off with your high and mighty there, Arabelle. We just saved you. We're not here to hurt you. We would like to help you out, but you're frankly making it very difficult to justify at the moment.
Well,
So what I'd like you to do is take a deep breath, calm down, enjoy the rain for a moment. Enjoy being alive, because you certainly would have been dead had it not been for us.
Yeah.
And maybe we can help each other out. I don't know how you can help us, but we would certainly be happy to help if we can.
I will not be able to help you, but my father will. Granted, you bring me back to him in one piece. I will accept our current arrangement.
Ooh, what?
She's
I mean,
do not own us, little girl.
Yeah, we're going up this hill here, this mountain. You see it? We're going to go up there, and you can come with us, or you can stay here and get caught by that old man and thrown into a lake. So, I think that's a good deal.
As I
Let's go
mentioned,
with that one.
I will be patient and accept our arrangement, as long as you agree on your end, and you take me to my father once you are done doing whatever you are doing in this dastardly place.
Good.
What do you know about this place? You call it dastardly.
Do you see the incline of this mountain?
Yeah, it's a mountain.
It's all right.
I, for one, do not favor climbing mountains in my free time,
Well, neither were we, but we're on a mission.
and that is your perspective. Therefore, it is dastardly to me, and maybe charming to you. I don't know.
You wouldn't happen to know of a wizard around these parts, would you, Arabelle?
No.
I didn't think so. Why was it that you were in a scuffle?
I couldn't tell you. I was at my home, and I was taken away. I've been in and out of consciousness ever since. It's been dark, I'm uncomfortable, and I find myself waking up with 2 men looming over me, another, and a female watching me, and I feel uncomfortable.
Hi.
Eleanor, you're not making this any better.
Oh,
You can come say hi to the girl. It's all right. I don't think she's gonna harm us at all.
well, we're gonna help her, right?
I think we should help her.
And
I think we
appreciate
shouldn't abandon our cause first. At least while we're in the area. Where was your father?
A camp outside of the town of Valakai.
Valakai. Oh, to what direction of Valakai?
Southwest.
The east, southwest.
Outside of Valakai in our camp, though, I am not much help navigating, as these are the only places I go with little supervision. Otherwise, other people are navigating. I apologize.
So, DM, we're about how far from Valakai at this point? Of days travel?
No, it took about an hour north
So we're not that far.
to get to the lake, yeah. Very close to Valakai.
Okay.
30 minutes, you ran into the bandits. Another 30 minutes, you were at the edge of the lake. So an hour plus a row's worth, which was an additional hour, so 2.
Well, the poor thing has to be freezing. Here. Why don't you warm up? Bam, bonfire.
Right on top of her.
Whoosh!
What's your deck save?
So Helena makes a bonfire on the rocky shore of Lake Zarovich, and she actually helps herself up, kind of struggles over the side of the rowboat. You see as she stands up, it's like all the blood rushed to her head as she's kind of like a baby giraffe trying to get over the rowboat. But she gathers herself, kind of brushes herself off, and sits next to the bonfire alone. And you could just see like her shadow just kind of flicker off in the distance as she warms herself.
I'm gonna go over and hand her a couple rations that I have that she can eat in her leisure.
Unintentionally,
Rations buns.
she kind of winces as you approach her, being this hulking wolf man, but you present her with just some like dried meat and nuts, and she kind of like gingerly takes it out of your hand and thank you, sir.
You're quite welcome. And I will huff away.
Just like her eyes
That's
are
Gucci.
her eyes are darting around, just kind of nervous still.
Say, his name's Gudrun. You don't have to worry about being scared of him. He's a good boy.
I'll hang out by the fire because I jumped in the lake, so probably still kind of cold.
Thomas, that was very brave of you.
Outskirts of the fire, looking out
Just
to the
wanted to go
wilderness.
for a swim. I lay down next to the bonfire, just like defeated.
A hero.
Just
So
like,
brave.
come on. Couldn't it have just been like a stick? It's like whatever. It's in a bag. I don't know what he's doing. He's
He
throwing a
saves
stick.
lives all the time.
I'm gonna pat Adonis on the back and be like, Adonis, that was a very noble thing that you did. And I appreciate it very much, and give him some inspiration for the next 10 minutes.
You see Arabelle just
This
kind of
fire
like
spreads. I got it.
Arabelle's like craning her neck and just kind of looking at the two of you, yours interaction, and like raises one eyebrow. Just very confused, curious, pale girl.
I just want to travel 1 hour in our whole life without anything going wrong.
Well,
Would
do you
be
want
a
to
very
climb the mountain for
boring
1 hour? Nothing bad will happen, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't the wizard said to be at the base of the mountain?
Sometimes shooting fish
Sometimes.
with lightning.
That's what it was.
Well, you can actually barely see the base of Mount Baratok as the just fog is enshrouding most of it, and then you could see like the just oppressive peaks after most of the middle pieces are just completely engulfed by this fog.
He's got to be around here somewhere.
Maybe we should send Weird Al.
They come up behind the little girl.
Suppose, but if this guy is shooting
Scary.
lightning bolts at fish, what's he gonna think about now?
That
He's
didn't
not
stop you
after
from
owls,
jumping in
he's
the
after
lake.
fish.
It's
I
true.
mean, I'm not a fish.
You get shocked like them, though.
Water's an insulator. Yeah. I mean, he can scope it out a little bit, but you know, if anything happens to him, I'm coming for that rat.
He's already a skeleton owl. I don't know what. I think he's all right.
I don't have the necessary materials to make him again. I never will.
You got those gems. You'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I send him out.
So you see Weird Al extend his wings, one feathered, the other just you see the skeletal bones protruding from one long wing bone. I don't know it. I think they're fingers.
Yeah, they're creepy.
I think they're actually called fingers. I'll have to look up the anatomy of birds, but so this half skeletal bird starts to Weird Al. He is very weird. Starts to. Well, how far do you want him to go, Adonis?
Ooh, he's gonna go 100 feet and then come back. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just say that I scouted after 100 feet. After I can't control him anymore, I just like snap him back.
So Adonis laying just face first in the by the bonfire.
Literally face in the ground.
No,
It's
you
like
have
planking. No, I am planking.
Okay.
Straight in the ground, looking through Weird Al's eyes.
and
It's my power fantasy.
Adonis, what the hell are you doing?
just laying there by the
Planking.
bonfire, trying to dry off. You watch as Weird Al flies up, and he disappears into the fog from the sight of all of you. And shortly after disappearing about 30, 40 feet, Adonis, you're actually able to see that the fog lets up quite a bit. And you're able to actually see the terrain of the mountain. And it's just this vast, rocky mountainside with the occasional evergreen tree just growing out of the mountain in all different directions.
No structures.
No structures. You make your 100 feet. Go ahead and make a perception check.
21.
Holy shit. So you see quite a bit of wildlife. There's a few squirrels, other birds flying around between the trees. There's actually a mountain goat and an elk kind of hanging out on on one of the passes. That is about it.
All right. Yep, gonna bring him back. Roll over.
That's when
Look
the
up the
light.
sky.
As
Didn't
you
find nothing.
roll over and look at up at the sky, the rain is still not as hard as before, but still prevalent, pattering on your chest and face as Weird Al just kind of lands right on your sternum, nestles into your chest a little bit.
Was there any indication of where we
There were some
started going?
trees. There were some goats. There was an elk.
Well, if we talk to the elk.
Well, you know, I can't.
What's the matter, wizard boy? You can't talk to elk?
You know, listen here, Bard man.
You know, I can speak with animals.
Why don't you sing
You really
me a damn
wanted to.
song?
Hold on.
You already sang
What
it. You
hell?
already inspired me, so I guess that's...
Hell no.
I
You
can
can speak
speak-
with animals?
Yeah, I can speak with animals if you want to track down some elk or goats.
What about tracking down wizards?
With elk or goats.
Oh, with elk or goats.
Absolutely.
Ask him.
Whatever. Yeah.
I want to hear what DM sounds like as a goat, so let's do this.
All right, let's find a goat.
Bat.
Can you lead the way, Adonis, to the goat?
Yeah, okay, let's go.
I can bring the fire with us, I guess. If that's what you're.
Just gonna keep placing
Is
it.
that the problem is?
Bah, bah, bah.
Okay, so I need a marching order, including where you would like Arabelle to be.
I feel like Helena's the nicest to her. I don't know.
I think she should be propped on Gudrun's shoulders.
But she probably is disgusted by Helena. Just gonna throw that out there.
She's probably disgusted by you.
Yeah, probably. I'm not really that well put together.
Let's just get up.
Oh
and start
no!
walking.
Come on, you don't need to beat yourself up like that. We'll let her
Arabelle, come on.
choose.
We're gonna go talk to some goats.
I need a marching order.
She already
I'll
doesn't
go.
think highly
I'll
of
go
us.
in the front.
Well, Adonis is leading the way.
To the goat.
Oh, he is. I'll go right behind Adonis and suggest Arabelle go behind me.
All right.
Sounds good.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to
I'll be
be
behind
here.
Arabelle then.
I have to be near Adonis because I need to speak
Oh.
to the goat.
Oh, okay. So I'm in. Actually, let's do this. I'll be in the back.
Well, it's not like it's a giant, or it's not like it's a narrow walkway. It's a mountainside. You could walk side by side.
Yeah, so Helena and I are scoping for goats, and
So Helena, Adonis, me, Arabelle, and then Gudrun in the back.
10 feet behind.
You begin your ascent of the sloping terrain towards the mountain. It eventually takes you above the blanket of fog that engulfs the valley, which Adonis knew it would. The dark thunderclouds continue to roll overhead, but as mentioned, the storm seems to have let up significantly compared to earlier. Moving up, a quick glance to your left reveals an elk standing on a rocky spur about 60 feet away.
Do we want to talk to the elk or the goat?
I'm not sure that it matters. We'll
Yeah,
talk
let's
to
find a
goats.
goat. We can't trust
100%
elks.
the
They're
goat.
known liars.
The elk, noticing you, suddenly it assumes the form of a man in tattered black robes.
well,
His
a weird
hair,
elk.
his hair and beard long and black, streaked with gray. His eyes crackling with eldritch power.
Ah!
God.
Is this how we avoid doing the goat voice?
hold on. Let me just say, let's talk to the elk.
He shouts,
Helena, speak in elk to him, really? How's he?
I will turn into an elk.
No, wait. Turns into elk.
as Helena turns herself into an elk, you hear him shout, "Who sent you here?"
Oh shit,
God,
who
it's
sent us here?
No one really.
No one. The only reason you'd be here is if you're hunting something or hiding from something. So which is it?
We heard a story about a man near a mountain, and we just wanted to check it out. We're tourists.
You
Yeah,
heard
we're
a story,
tourists.
yet no one sent you here.
Well, who sent you here?
I elk bleat. That's what they sound like.
Why I'm here does not matter. Why you are hunting me
What?
does. Now I ask
Who says we're
again,
hunting you.
who sent you here?
I'm trying to remember why we are here.
Well, Irina told us
Okay.
about a mad wizard, and we were just,
Oh, that's what Irina did. Duh.
And then, I don't know, someone else mentioned it, and we were just like, wow, that sounds cool.
What are
I don't
Irina's
know.
doing?
We're just kind of, we don't really do things for a reason. We just do things.
That's the elk sound.
Play that again, louder, closer to the.
I'm doing that.
Helena's doing that. Wasn't there? Did a card tell us anything about this, or did we just kind of want to go here?
Nope.
Kind of want to.
We just kind of want to go here.
So, okay, listen.
You're all,
Trying to.
just to paint the
Yeah,
picture,
bro.
you're all shouting like 60 feet away.
I was still gonna shout. I'm gonna keep walking towards him with my new elk friend and shouting, Can we just talk about it?
Talk about what?
We
Just
weren't
like-
sent here. Sorry.
Can we just talk? We just want to hang out. We just want to learn from you. Just about Barovia in general. Please.
Make a persuasion check. Oops.
Is it because I said please?
I'll assist him make his persuasion
Ooh,
check.
that a nat 20. Ooh, girl.
Oh, girl, damn.
That's not dirty. That's natural.
I'll tell you right now. I don't trust a single one of you, and I still want to know who sent you here, or what you're hiding from. But he takes 20 feet, or he walks forward about 20 feet. So, go on with it. What do you want to know?
We heard stories of a powerful wizard who may be in the area, and we kind of don't want to be in Barovia anymore, and we figured we'd try to find some information.
Be more specific. What
We were
information
brought
do
here
you
against
want?
Our will. We were brought here against our will, and we want to leave, and I don't know.
We're trying-
knowledgeable.
I'm pretty sure we're trying to defeat Strahd at this point. But we're trying to find a few things. One is a
Stone dragon.
stone dragon, a house with a stone dragon or something like that. Probably near a mountain. And here's our mountain right here. Have you heard of something like that, Mr. Wizard, sir?
I don't know of a Strahd. I don't know of any stone dragons. I live in the mountains. Now I ask again, who sent you here? Why are you hunting me? At this distance now, you start to notice his eyes are darting back and forth between all of you. He's like looking between all of you, and he's looking at all of his surroundings like an absolute madman. His eyes continue to crackle with this like blue, almost like his own blue lightning bolts that kind of like protrude from his eyes occasionally with this eldritch power. But occasionally between the flashes, you see that there's just this pale gloss over his eyes, like you can kind of see that he's like something's keeping him from a former version of himself that's trapped within himself.
Oh man.
How can we prove that we're... Wait, did Erwin
Hey.
mention?
Didn't Rick Tavio say he woke up by a lake over here? Maybe he knows him. Is it worth a shot?
Hey, yeah, have you seen a guy named Rictavio? He's a elf dude, maybe half elf. He woke up around here, just walked away, I guess.
I see people. I keep to myself.
Okay, well,
Did we just see Rick Tavio?
I
I don't
don't
think he saw a Rictavio per se. He may have.
know this Rictavio.
Well dressed, way fancier than me. Yeah,
Oh,
Rick
these are-
Tavio.
Yeah, Rictavio. I mean, what are you doing out here?
My intentions out here does not concern you.
Why not?
Persuasion
Why?
at a disadvantage.
So why are you in our business then? We are simply mountain goers, like yourself. We thought you were a friendly elk, and so we brought our friendly elk over to make elk friendship.
This is what we do in the mountains.
But then you turn out to not be an elk. I feel deceived.
I'm just smiling nervously at this point, like.
Mountain goers? Yet, I haven't seen you in the decades that I've been here.
Well, not this mountain.
Different mountains.
Mountains. Yeah.
All right. What do we need to do for you so that you can, give us some information?
I'm from the Alaris Mountains.
Oh, see, somebody knows where they're from.
It was close.
Have you ever heard of them?
it was close, he says. It's like a quiz that I never got any answers for.
Alorus Mountains, no.
But,
Well,
You-
check them out sometime.
You're distracting me from the point. Who sent you here?
Bro, no one. We're just chilling.
Do you know anything about the Morning Lord? The hidden, not the hidden, or the Raven people? Oh God, I'm butchering this.
I know nothing about any of the lords of this land.
Well, sir, I don't know what to do with you.
So as he talks himself into a circle, Buyo and Adonis helming this, you could either make an Arcana or a Medicine check.
I'm taking that +7, baby.
14.
So that's an 8.
18 Arcana, I should say.
14 medicine. No, 15 medicine.
He's talked himself in circles with his paranoia and just uncertainty of all of you. In a brief moment of clarity, both of you realize he's struggling to keep his mind straight. It's like he thinks of one thing and is going to answer, and it goes right back to his paranoia. And it's almost like he's looking at you asking for help without actually able to ask for it. The man is stricken with a severe case of madness, worse than any of you have seen. And knowing a little bit of the arcane and medicines, you would know this is not a physical ailment or something that you can cure with any kind of antidote or anything, but a greater restoration would clear his mind of whatever has taken it.
Greater restoration.
What if we just knock him unconscious? Will that reset him?
I think he might be cursed the same way
I
that
say this quietly.
our group
It'd be a
is.
message to Adonis.
I say in the message, I think he's cursed just like we are. Or you all are.
That's
I
possible.
should have said.
I guess my going unconscious hasn't reset me.
And,
But maybe it'll work
And
for
you-
him.
And you've tried a lot.
I tried the most.
Do we just come back later with a cleric?
I mean, we could just leave forever.
If only
Never
we
come
could
back?
Mark.
I mean,
What if he's got like a wine gem? That's super important.
I don't know. I think he stays at the mountain and that's all he does.
But that guy in the rowboat, he had a bunch of wine, maybe. Actually, we have no idea.
Yeah.
I'll take that back. I feel like he had
does-
wine, though.
Does this guy look like the guy in the boat? What if he's incomplete?
No.
You know, like he just needs his other half.
He does not look like the guy in the boat at all.
Long
Exactly.
anime.
It's a crazy thought. Use that in one shot, though.
Yeah. Right. Not bad. You must combine Pond Man with Mountain Man.
Except you killed the pond man, so you failed.
Ah, you didn't even know. This was a test of morals and you failed.
God damn.
What do you think, Arabelle?
I don't think we need to be asking the little
Give me
girl.
back to my father.
Now, right now.
You are wasting your time.
I think this man's not my father. I think he was asking seriously.
He was asking seriously for help with Mad Eyes.
No. I think Gudrun was asking Airbell.
You're more lost than I thought if you're asking me for help in your
Yeah.
personal
The advice of a
conundrums.
child.
You're probably right.
There we go. I just needed her to insult somebody real quick. Alright. Check. Well, this guy is mad, huh? No wonder they call him that.
Well, how about this? We aren't that far away from Valakai. What if we took
All I
Herbo.
know is if I'm leaving, I ain't coming back.
Well, why wouldn't you come back? This
Well,
guy's
why
in
would I?
help. He needs help.
Yeah, we can't help him.
But what if he has something that we need?
We can't even
Or
help
that we want.
ourselves.
We've been doing fine.
Okay.
Oh, old man, you. If we come back at 9th level, I can restore him.
Right.
We could bring back.
Is it really that
we could
late?
see if Father Lucian would be willing to come and help this poor soul.
Well, Father Lucian couldn't even help us. with
Well,
the same
it may be that he just didn't
situation.
want to.
I don't think so, because he was actively trying to find a way to cure you.
But
Well,
he knows greater restoration, right?
he probably knows greater restoration if he's a leader of a church.
I don't think he does.
He probably
I'm
knows
just-
lesser restoration.
Well, we could ask him.
I think I did ask him.
Did you ask him?
I'm pretty sure I asked him straight up, like, "Hey, can you help these people?" And he's like, "Nope, can't do it. Go somewhere else."
Well, that's not the same as asking if he's got greater restoration.
Yeah, but I think he was the one who may have identified that it was needed. I don't remember exactly because let me look, but
Okay. I see what you're saying. All right, well,
Father Lucian told you that, well, he tried lesser restoration and it did not work.
lesser restoration.
He said you could try greater restoration, but this curse seems to be bound to you more deeply than the roots of a simple restoration spell.
Do remember that.
Lesser or
The
greater.
curse of Strahd.
We are the curse of Strahd.
I mean, we could try it, but bringing this guy back could be dangerous. So,
Well, we're not taking him with us. We're leaving him here.
okay, well, taking Father Lucian away could be bad too. But it's only an hour, whatever.
It's not that far away.
What's a there and back?
Back in a day.
Just an episode.
Man, we've gone like 5 days and 27 episodes, so depending.
Yep. Is that a moose? Elk? Oh,
Have we reached no conclusion?
Well, definitely not doing anything right now. I guess we
To the windmill.
to the wall.
windmill.
At this point, I might just break down and say, "Let's go to the windmill." You just keep saying it.
Are we taking the girl back?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we take the
now?
girl back. What if we... Now, hear me out.
This guy's just watching us.
Well, out with it.
Sir, would you be willing to come with us?
Absolutely not.
Have him take the girl
I
back.
didn't think so. Would you be willing to let us leave?
He eyes you. How about this?
Okay.
I am going to disappear onto the mountainside, and then you may leave.
If we wanted to find you again, how would we do that? Because I
Um,
think we're friends now. We said hello.
As friends do.
We haven't attacked you. We're willing to leave.
If you need
What
to
if we want
find
to
me,
meet up again?
and you're willing to answer my questions truthfully, finally, come to this exact spot and have your companion over here make those horrible elk imitations.
Well, what if I told you that we were, and this is with the power of magic, we are telling you the truth. And I cast suggestion.
You
I'm
try.
suggesting that we are telling the truth.
You successfully cast suggestion, and it just... There's just something off about it. Nothing... He immediately defies you and says, "And why would I take your word for it? You have nothing to prove here."
Well, we have something to prove, and that's that we have no one telling us what to do. But, sir, you got me. I guess we'll just leave you alone for now. Go say hello to the fisherman and take this little girl back to her father, who's so important.
And with that, like
Hopefully he's not very long-winded.
a poof of just eldritch energy, this just blue kind of like flame engulfs the man, and then standing there is the elk again as it begins to like leap up the mountain spurs up into the like behind a few of the trees further up into the mountain.
That was weird. I didn't fight him for all of you.
I am elk no more.
Gudrun, if you had laid a finger on him, I would have been behind you 100%.
He didn't seem that threatening. Just odd.
Very odd indeed. Well,
What do you say, little girl?
He really values he values the opinion of whoever's right next to him.
if that isn't Booyo.
And what do you mean by that question?
You want to go home, little girl?
She's a sassy one.
I would like to make it home, where I belong. Yes.
Back across the lake.
Back across the lake.
You guys want to do something cool while we go across the lake?
Yeah, are you gonna make some frozen pathways so we can like ice skate along?
This isn't a Disney movie. Just
Well, why shouldn't it be?
Here, that's a cooler thing. What I was gonna suggest, maybe.
That's why he said.
Just sit there for 10 minutes. I start doing this.
Okay. Doing what?
Ritually casting water walk.
Oh, well, that works too. Is that just on yourself though?
No, it's 10 people.
Oh.
Willingly.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
So you're going to leave the two rowboats on the other side of the lake and walk across it?
There are 3 over on the north
Can
on the
I-
south side now.
Can I take my rope and just pull them with us as I walk across the water?
You could.
That'd be a bro move. That'd be a
Guess
bro
we could
move.
push.
I'm
I'll
gonna do
push
that.
one. I'll
gonna
push
use
one
my
if you
fi-
pull one.
It'll really trick that fisherman guy too.
Oh, I'm not going near
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some rope, take my 50-foot of rope out, just put it along one of the boats and start pulling it along.
Unless you really want to pull both,
I'll pull both. That's fine as long as
I'll sit in one if you want to do some weight training.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Maybe keep counting if it takes longer than an hour. Jump in a boat.
So, along with the wacky movements of Helena,
She does the water dance.
She you see Theodore, her source, come out and hang out on her shoulder as she thumbs a cork in her fingers, and after 10 minutes of doing the water dance with a cork and Theodore, you can all now walk on water. I don't feel any different, and I don't quite believe you. I don't mean to be rude this time. I just would like to see it demonstrated before I take a leap of faith and walk into a freezing cold lake.
Whee! And she runs across. Whee!
Booyo's right behind her. Whee!
She still kind of like reaches her foot out to touch the water, still untrusting. And
I'll
then
wait for the girl, arms folded.
finally like puts weight on her left foot and then her right. And for the first time, you kind of see a childish grin on her face, and she begins chasing after the two of you. And Dad Donis, with his arms crossed, watches her just start chasing Booyo. Ho ho!
Helena, this is great. Why haven't you done this before?
Well, we've never been really around water.
I pat Adonis on the back and I start to pull the boat.
Sarah pull.
It's a 3rd level spell. I forget about the Sarah pool. That's a dark place in my mind.
Yeah.
Helena
Area especially.
gives you a 1,000-yard stare, and she hears helicopter blades, gunfire.
And CCR.
Adagio for string.
Yeah, lots of CCR.
You guys make it to about the halfway point, and the old man has not made it back, or maybe doesn't intend to. Either way, he is no longer there. But you continue, and instead of the hour it would have taken you to row across, you have a simple 30-minute walk dragging the 2 boats across the water, and you actually see the drunk sitting up against the rowboat he took south, just with a very pitiful, what you could call a flay knife, just trying to strip the random branches off of an evergreen twig to make his next fishing pole.
Is that the guy that took you? Do you remember?
Unfortunately, I was unable to... this is embarrassing, but I did not notice who grabbed me, which is part of the reason why I was so distant with each of you.
Well, you want me to kick his ass anyways?
Make a persuasion check.
I didn't mean to try to like convince her, but
I know.
sure,
I just want to know. I just want to know.
Well, it's gonna be a 6.
I mean, I will turn my head if you do, but not being able to say for certain who took me. Do you have any reason to believe he took me?
Well, he did throw you over a boat into water when you were inside a sack.
Then absolutely you can take care of him.
Would your father be happier if I killed him?
Undoubtedly.
Right. This guy, I don't want to kill him. I just want to really hurt him.
You said kill.
Explain to me what you're doing, specifically.
I'm just going to go up to him and just sleeper hold him until he passes out, and then just punch him in the face at least 5 times. At least. Yeah, 5 times.
At least.
Yeah, 5's about right.
At most.
Hey, I need to look this up. It's been a long time.
Oi.
I don't even know where I have this.
I kind of want to shove him in a sack and throw him in the water.
Okay, Gudrun.
Is this too booyo of me?
I mean,
He's rubbing off on all of us.
I need you.
was there? He's already stated his intent. Never mind.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma?
He's gonna get the stink.
That's not good for him.
You did this on purpose. How dare you?
10.
So as you approach this person who has this terrible image in your mind, that familiar rage that sometimes you get since being cursed draws you to want to destroy him. As you approach, you begin to lose yourself behind this wall of rage as you go to grapple him. Go ahead and make an athletics check to grapple.
Leo's
Mine rip his
watching
head
this
off.
pretty intently too.
Ooh, 25.
He doesn't even see you coming as you just slam him to the ground, all your weight on top of him, as you just squeeze your bicep and forearm across his throat, the air quickly leaving his lungs as his eyes start to grow dark. And you're able to push past that wall of rage, realizing what you're doing quickly enough to release leaving him alive and unconscious, laying on the ground.
Alright.
Wait.
Oh no.
As this was happening, Buyo's gonna step back from the group behind everyone,
He's about to suck.
and no, he's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this man who threw a child over a rowboat at second level with intent to kill.
Oh god.
As Gudrun is choking him.
What do you... no one can hear it, but I want to know. What are you saying to kill this man?
You a little bitch.
Just go straight forward with it.
You will never, something along the lines of, like, you will never harm children ever again. You will never kidnap and sack people and dump them over into the sea.
So awkwardly enough, as Gudrun's like strangling him before he loses consciousness, you hear him say, "I won't. I swear I won't, just..." And that's it. Go ahead and roll damage. What is the save?
6 wisdom. Oh, it's only 7.
Oh,
Awful.
Wouldn't it be 46 at second level?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure you rolled the extra d6. Well, he rolled a 4, so he takes all 7. And 7 is the exact number you needed to kill him,
Yes.
as he took 3 points of damage from Gudrun earlier.
The ore hit.
It's a big swing.
Adonis, having a very high passive perception, go ahead and make a perception check.
11.
Make a stealth check, Booyah.
Oh god.
I rolled pretty
10.
low. Come on.
He never gets away with it.
Well,
I'm gonna I feel that rage leave me as I ugh, and I kill the man, and I just meant to just choke him out, but I was just like, oh my god, what have I done?
so no one is any wiser of what you did, Booyo, except Adonis. You notice him take a step back and begin to cast.
I walk back to the group pretty somber, and I'm like,
Begin to cast?
Yeah, you it happens instantaneously.
Well,
So
if he's wait. What? I'm just gonna know.
you do notice him cast.
Something. Does he know what?
No, he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know what.
Okay. I was asking what the timing of things, like when I noticed something was going on.
You noticed as he was casting.
So, as he was casting, I was just throwing a firebolt at him to get him to stop casting. That's what I was trying to... My audio wasn't working for a little bit there.
Do you finish? I mean, it happens very quickly.
It's one action. We'd have to roll initiative to see who gets it off first. Right?
oh no.
I'm into it.
Well, if you were... Okay.
You could still finish through the firebolt, even, if you wanted to. It's just if you decide that's enough to stop you.
No. Not with my backstory.
Yeah, okay. So, regardless of who happens first, it's not enough to sway him. You can go ahead and make an attack roll on Booyo, though.
Yeah.
Unless it was just a warning shot and you didn't want to hit him. You could also do that.
It was just a warning shot. It was mostly to be like, hey, stop it, I see what you're doing. Maybe I should still roll just to see if I accidentally hit him.
Go ahead. Yeah. I guess we'll go low. If you roll low enough, you'll accidentally hit him.
Okay. Oh, it's a 2 on the die. What do I get? All right. So I got a 9.
Go ahead, roll your 2d10.
Oh. It's why?
Well, ask yourself.
Ask myself.
Just a shocking grasp all over again. I've seen this play out.
Gudrun's going out there with murder in his eyes.
We're all dead.
He was letting up. I got a 6.
He was not. You wouldn't know that.
It's not your place to interfere. I got a 6.
Booyo, you take 6 points of fire damage as you finish your incantation, and
I'm unconscious. No, I'm not.
I was like, damn, you used 5 dice.
Okay.
You were at 0, now you're at 5, now you're unconscious.
So, as Booyo steps back, he begins to whisper. Adonis, with his just annoyingly high perception, notices Booyo trying to do some shady shit, throws a quick firebolt. The incantation finishes as Booyo finishes sentence, "You will never do this again to another child." The drunk tries to reply and beg for his life as Gudrun thinks he squeezes the final breath of his lungs as he sees the lifeless man just sitting there. Gudrun approaches the party, not noticing the firebolt. Arabelle and Helena just like looking.
I'm whipping my rapier out too on Adonis. I'm not swinging it.
No, I just
rapier drawn about 15 feet between the two of you. Gudrun approaching.
Why do you always want to interfere?
I'm trying to make the world a better place, Adonis.
It's not. You're taking the choice from others. That's not right.
It's not right to kill a man who dumped a girl over the bow of his boat. He was gonna kill her.
Yeah, and whenever I said, I don't care if we kill this man now, you were like, no, let's not do that. But then, now all of a sudden, it's Booyo's turn. Booyo's gotta do it.
Was gonna do it quietly behind all you guys so you wouldn't see, but Gudrun went for the attack and I saw the opportunity to finish the deal.
You saw the opportunity to make it look like Gudrun did all the damage.
I did. And he was gonna do it too if it weren't for you pesky kids.
He did it, but I mean...
So I didn't kill the man?
And that's
No,
where
Gudrun, you did not.
This feeling of relief comes over me.
I knew Gudrun was a good boy.
Okay, but
This was an unspeakable act.
I just wanted to kick his ass, not kill him.
And then Booyo saw upon himself to just finish him off. And how does that make you feel? He would have made you feel like you killed that guy.
I'm already kind of pissed at Booyo, so I like white knuckle, just my fists. And then I'm like, come on, Arabelle. And then I off. Away.
Well, Gudrun, Booyo is holding a weapon towards Adonis, your friend.
Oh, God.
Because he just shot a fireball at me.
But Adonis did tag Booyo, our friend.
He feels very hostile.
Can't we go back to our Disney moment?
You gonna make me roll?
I'm gonna let it slide. I just like creating that stress.
I feel like it's gonna happen eventually, but
We were holding hands and running across the pond. It was beautiful.
We can't have beautiful moments. Look at us.
Now it's all gone.
Look, all I wanted was to rid the world of a terrible person.
you've done that
You
enough.
say that. You could do that on your own and make it so that Gudrun isn't looking like the most evil person among us when really it's you.
That's fair, I guess. I could just do it.
Yeah.
Rid the world of evil myself.
Yeah.
Would that be acceptable rather than trying to place blame on others?
I just don't like you sneaking around and doing stuff behind our back.
Well, it's been part of my nature for a long time now. I've had to live in the shadows and fight.
Dad Donis
For my
isn't
life.
mad. He's disappointed,
But also mad.
but also mad.
You know, my dad used to say, "There's no Booyo in team." Maybe he didn't say it exactly like that.
Well, now there's no
It's still
Ismark
true.
in team. Let's go, Arabelle.
Well, there's an M in team, and there's an M in Ismark, and there's an A in Ismark, and an A in team. And
I gotta pour one out for my homie.
Well,
It's
dead.
Mark.
Yeah.
He is gone. Wait, you're the only one that would know if he's dead. Oh God.
well, I think we can all agree that this man needed to be put out. Buyo, just trust us a little bit. You don't need to do things behind our back all the time. We're all in this together.
Cue music.
Please don't sing. Let's just get back
I can't
to
help
Malachi.
what's in my nature. I
Just try.
I can.
Hmm.
You can
Just
try
like
a
I
little
don't
bit.
splash water on Adonis anymore.
That's true. And Helena doesn't wander off and cast darkness on us all, and
That was the spirit in me. Anyway, the old wounds, PTSD. I'm digging holes. Let's bury this man and move on.
Look, I'll try to be more forthright with what I want to see happen. I don't want to see captive prisoners go unjustified, or see their captors go unpunished.
We don't need Gudrun being the victim. You know how sensitive he can get.
Personally,
All right, well, man.
I don't mind the outcome of this at all. If that helps you finish this family's quarrel.
I'll fist bump the little girl.
You put your hand out, she does not reciprocate.
Damn.
Killing behind your friend's back is not cool, little girl. We don't do it.
I don't necessarily agree with his methods. I do agree with the result.
You're 7 or something. Go look for frogs. We need to deal with this dead man.
I have a very important question for you, Helena. Is it a typical Helena grave where it's just 6 feet deep? Or 5 feet wide, just 6 feet
Upright.
deep? Upright, 10 feet deep actually? Or a normal
Helena's in a
grave?
hurry. It's gonna be a standing grave.
These are my favorites. So.
Put him in head first so he doesn't get out.
right, yeah, you don't want him to get out, right?
Helena has a fear of the undead for some reason.
Do you drag him in then, Helena?
Gross.
Well, you
I'll
got
push him in.
easy enough. You push him into a hole, and Helena head first, and Helena fills
Good.
it.
Do you guys want to run across the lake again? No? Okay.
Maybe skipping will cheer me up. I will half-heartedly skip across.
Well,
Across the lake.
It's the saddest skip you've ever seen.
I cancel water walk as soon as he gets in it.
I mean, do I still
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
My gills? I'll just keep swimming. I don't even care.
I know better than get down sweat.
He's like a gremlin. Well,
Country roads.
the rain on your adventure has subsided since the storm had let up, but you do still see the dark clouds rolling overhead and the harsh winds of Barovia cutting through you as you make your way south down the Lake Zarovich Road.
He really wanted to say Old Village.
The fog,
Zarovich.
which seemed to just crowd you, almost like it was angry at you, just choking any sight you had past 10 feet around you, has seemed to also let up quite a bit. You can see 10, 20 feet into the evergreen forest that surrounds you. You can see plenty of the path in front of you as you make your way about 30 minutes down the path and you are now significantly past midday. The colder weather causes for the night to be fairly harsh, and though you have not met dusk yet, the weather and the wind begins to blow harsher and is more difficult to deal with. You are approaching the place where you left Raj, and you are fairly close when you see Arabelle just run, bolting right past all of you, and throws herself on top of Raj's chest, now weeping, trying to shake Raj awake. Raj? Raj, are you okay? Please wake up! As she shakes him in his pool of blood left by each of you. She looks to you, hands now covered in Raj's blood. What had happened? What could have done this?
Must have been that Strahd fella.
Arabelle
I'll
is
just stare at Booyah.
Arabelle is visibly shaking as she is still not able to cope with the fact that this man that she knows is lying dead in front of her.
Who is this man to you?
This is my uncle Raj. He must have been out looking for me. This is all my fault.
Little girl, this is the land of Barovia. Things happen to bad people. I mean, things happen to people. Who can tell what happened or who crossed their path? Would you like us to bury this man that you knew?
The only people we haven't buried, I think, the whole campaign.
You didn't bury the vampire corpses either.
Well, they're not worth it.
Or people.
They're not people.
True. I don't know what I want, but I do think all of them deserve to be buried.
Helena will start digging holes. She doesn't want to say anything. Normal holes, not the vertical kind.
I'm gonna nudge Gudrun as stealthily as I can. Maybe you should ditch those scimitars before she notices.
Aren't they in the bag?
Yeah, they're in the big bag.
Oh, they're in the bag of holding? Never mind.
She is from shaking to just uncontrollably weeping as Helena finishes the 4 holes to fit Raj, Tip, Snake, and God, I can't remember. Flynn.
Tip. Flynn.
Flynn Rider, I think.
Raj. Tip. Bud.
And realization sets in this blood-soaked young girl who just tried to shake her dead uncle awake as you carry them to their graves and she sees them for the final time. Helena, do you fill the graves?
Yes.
You make them proper this time?
Yeah, they're not straight holes down. They're normal graves. Not gonna say anything, just filling in holes. Maybe I'll leave Raj for last, you know?
I just can't help but feel like this is not enough. What? Home. I just need to go home. Please take me home.
We'll absolutely take you home.
Let's not stick around here any longer. It'll just
Yeah.
make us all sad.
So, through the gentle mist of Barovia and the cold howling winds through the evergreen forest, you make your way the final 30 minutes in a complete, awkward, uncomfortable, just heart-wrenching silence between each of you as you watch this little girl walk behind Gudrun, just staring at her feet the entire way, occasionally looking at her blood-stained hands.
Oh, I'm gonna clean that up. Oops.
You see her do it 2 or 3 times, and Adonis notices and goes ahead and cleans her up. It's the one and only time she looks up from her feet, and she shoots you a half smile. It's about all she can muster at this time. And she continues to go back, looking at her feet, kicking the rocks on the dirt path. That takes you back to Valakai. You make your way as dusk hits the northern gate of Valakai. And for the first time approaching Valakai ever, there are no guards at the gate, but the portcullis is down.
Shoot.
There's not another ceremony today, is there?
Not that we were invited to.
Maybe they found out we released some people.
Shut up. Any suggestions? I don't have much to,
Well, I guess we just head southeast to the encampment.
Team lift.
No, I think we go around.
Hell no. What if you? What if we were
Dig a hole
jumping? Yeah, take
underneath.
I could just build a ramp. I mean, we go over.
I was gonna say like, you take a 5-foot cube and put it underneath one of us, and then we jump, and you put another one underneath, and you jump again. And
We Minecraft our way up.
Minecraft our way up.
I like that a lot.
That seems a lot more difficult than building a ramp. Maybe just to get a peek over the wall and see what's going on.
Send the owl.
We could also send the owl, but I'm building the ramp already.
Send the owl, they say. You know what? I'm getting rid of this damn thing. Firebolt. Okay, fine. I won't do it.
Build a ramp so we can peek over the wall. Just tall enough so our heads stick over.
Well, you build your ramp. Quickly
How tall's
enough.
the wall?
It's about a 20-foot wall, and there's just a bunch of spiked, posts in the ground. Helena, as you're peeking over, go ahead and just make a general intelligence check.
Wow, an intelligence check. Really gonna hit me with that. Oh, a natural 20.
Yay.
You think to yourself,
Results.
there's nothing crazy going on the other end of this gate. Maybe their recent constant loss of guards is to why there's no one standing here currently.
I sure am smart.
It is also, I guess with a natural 20, it is just as dusk hit, so there could be a
Change the
possible
guard.
shift change.
Guys, I think they're just doing change the guard. Everything seems normal up here. Should we just hop over, or do we just want to wait?
You made the ramp.
I know, I don't like doing hood rat shit. Well, it's a 25-foot fall. There might be dirt on the other
If
side.
we all jump together, I can do something about it.
There's scaffolding on the other side that the guards walk up to actually look over the gate.
Oh, easy. All right.
Oh, they don't build dirt ramps?
No, they
What are you
don't.
trying to say?
They have wood and iron scaffolding.
You got a problem? I'll fix it with the dirt.
I do not have a problem. I know that dirt is the duct tape of the D&D world. I have no
That girl's
issue.
lucky I didn't build a dirt version of her uncle. Cheer her up.
All right, let's get over this
Her
wall.
character didn't say that.
Dirt Raj.
Look, it's Raj.
I have a
Instead of a ramp.
surprise.
So
You guys can turn
Gudrun,
around
why are you
now.
hitting it with your axe?
easy enough.
Trying to be more realistic.
Easy enough. You'll walk up this not steep, just fair dirt ramp. Cross over and crawl down the scaffolding.
At the top, I want to disassemble the ramp.
I was gonna ask you, so yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
ramp's gone.
Helena takes her time to return the dirt where it came from, disassembling the ramp, and you are all safe and sound inside of Valakai. Anywhere in particular you would like to go? It's probably getting close to maybe 8 o'clock, maybe a little earlier. It's getting dark earlier these days.
I want to take this girl to her dad. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
How
bed
far
yet.
outside of town is your dad?
I don't know. It's maybe a mile, maybe 2. It's not very far.
It's
Easy.
5 days, guys.
We can make it.
It's what?
It's 5 days with talk like that.
Boudrin, do we have enough rations to make the trip?
Yeah. It'll be all right. I can find more.
1 to 2
Yeah,
hours.
let's take her back and then we can get some.
Oh, I thought you
sleep,
said 1 to
and
2 miles.
then we'll figure out what to do from there.
You think 2 miles takes 20 minutes to walk?
Dude, I could. My
Run.
fat ass can run a mile in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
can
it's pretty-
run. Can a 7-year-old
I mean-
do it?
Hell yeah.
On my shoulders.
Yeah.
30 minutes max.
Even if it's an hour, let's.
Riding a crocodile
do
Helena.
this.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, she can ride on a crocodile. You ever ride a crocodile, little girl?
Oh, God.
What is a crocodile?
Oh, you've never seen a crocodile before?
No, with all of our fresh water everywhere, of course she's not seen a crocodile.
I think there's some freshwater crocodiles.
Why is she talking in third
Are
person?
there actually freshwater crocodiles? Because that's scary.
But in the meantime, I'm gonna transform into a crocodile.
And you want me to...
This is a crocodile.
And what?
Um,
I'm supposed to ride this?
Well, the thing is, now you can't talk to her. She's in a zone.
They tricked me.
So, this is yeah, this is the status. This is what's going on. Don't ride her. Just do what everyone else does and go, "Oh, that's nice." And keep walking.
Helena gives some crocodile slaps with her tail to the ground.
Slap, slap, slap.
Yeah. She'll do a crocodile point.
To what? Your back?
Whatever direction we're going.
Or the direction? Okay, southwest.
Like a pointer dog would do, but as a crocodile.
Helena, you want to do that through the streets? I mean, you know what? Do what you want. Let's go.
I know if we go out the west gate, the path shouldn't be too hard to find from there.
Sounds good to me. What say ye? I look at the group.
Why would we want to separate this little girl from her parents any longer?
So you spend, I don't know, 30 minutes or so walking down the main thoroughfare, walking past the St. Andrew's Church, the place where you last saw your recently departed party member, Ismark.
R.I.P.
As you make it to the west gate, there is Ralph and... Oh god, did Ralph die? Oh no.
Everyone's dead.
I better make sure. Okay, you know what? Falcon's alive, so we're gonna go with... It's Falcon and Leah at the west gate.
Leah.
And where might you be going?
To return her lost child to her father.
Actually, I think I know better than to ask all of you what you're doing. Go ahead.
I waddle behind.
She just is shaking her
I
head
stare for far too long
and then blush.
and then
Oh,
walk away.
jeez.
Oh yeah, I blushed. Totally.
That's Adonis's
jeez.
girlfriend. He wishes.
Shut up, Gudrun.
Have you even talked to her? She seemed to hardly know you.
She knows. She grabbed my hand once. What do you know?
You know nothing of my past. And then I walk a little bit ahead.
Oh. saves a slave, but he never said he wasn't a sex slave, I guess.
So just outside the west gates of Valakai, branching south off the old Svalich Road, for real this time, there is a small footpath that Arabelle leads you to. It goes southwest into the woods, and you enter the woods expecting the fog to engulf you like it normally would. But you can now see several dozen feet in every direction into the woods. This is by far the furthest you've seen into the woods, and it's just dense foliage of evergreen trees. With the fog loosely hanging around you, you have this kind of odd sense of security, as it doesn't feel like some menacing force of nature is trying to suffocate you. You look down and you see several footprints and even grooves embedded into the ground where were embedded by wagon wheels, is how I should put it. And it's almost as, we'll say probably in between 30 minutes and an hour, you make your way to an expansive clearing where there's a grass-covered hill with low houses built into the side. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that the building features elegantly carved woodwork and decorative lanterns hang on the sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, there is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke that is just pouring out of the top. The tent is brightly lit. Even at a distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate the central area. As you enter the opening, clearing, Arabelle says, "This is it. Come on now. I'll take you to my father." And as you begin to approach the grass-covered hill, you do notice outside of these several homes that surround the hill are guards, just these cloaked guards as you approach, and this is where we'll pick up next week.
Well, shit. Quite the moral dilemmas we had today.
We went from Disney movie to just horror and terror.
Was it just a weird elk, bro? Was it the Mad Mage? Was it?
Oh, you could tell, like, he has just an immense amount of arcane power just within the shell of his former self.
So he's definitely the Mad Mage.
He had mountain madness.
No way around it.
And we just left.
Yep.
We couldn't help him.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Couldn't do anything at the moment.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
I'll
Booyah.
see you next time.
I thought maybe Mad Men was a good episode name, because you met two of them.
What about Fire and Ice?
What about TPK? Oh.
RKO.
Ooh.
Randy Orton.
Sassy fish bait. Mmm.
What?
Sassy fish bait.
I'm just telling you, they kidnapped her and sold her. I don't give a shit. I'm not.
Adonis strikes again.
You think her uncle sold her?
They weren't good
We're
people.
not gonna tell. We're not gonna
Even-
tell her.
Yeah, even
We're
though.
walking away from the lake. We'll discuss it next time. It's fine.
Well, Helena is not going to discuss it at all.
No,
She's a crocodile.
She just
Bye.
sits there and goes, "This is a nice conversation. I'm glad we're having it."
Bye.
And then make elk noises.
Yeah, I give us the Disney moments while you guys are trying to kill each other.
Whatever, you bury
Or
people
try to make it
standing
look
up.
like Gudrun's killing people.
I thought it'd be a little fun exercise to talk about episode names for a minute or two after stream and actually keep it. So let us know if you hate this, and you'll watch about 30 of them, and then I'll know if you do hate it, and then I'll stop doing it. Anyways, no, we appreciate you coming out and watching. If you are return listeners, tell your friends if you enjoy us. Anyways, thank you all for coming out. We appreciate it, and I love sharing my stories with you and creating weird moral scenarios for my party that just tickle me. So see you next week, hopefully.
Black and white next time.
Figuratively and literally.
Take care. Thank you.